So, technical problems, 22 minutes past the hour if you're watching live. We're 11 minutes late. We usually start at 11 minutes past 11 p.m. local time, London time, England time in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. But as I said, you should have seen a message out there, people. I hope you did if you were trying to join us early. There were just a couple of technical things that I had to deal with, and so I had to delay the broadcast. But we're here now, and hopefully you're with us. If you're not, and you're watching on the replay, well, hello to you as well. Thanks for joining, and you're more than welcome. But, you know, if you want to catch us live, it's the best thing, really, because if you catch us live, then that means you can join in the chat, which is about to happen any moment now. I can feel it. If you're watching on Periscope, hello to you. I will hopefully see some chat on the screen when all the chat appears over there in just a moment. Hopefully it includes Periscope chat as well as YouTube and Facebook. They've been pretty reliable recently. I can see, oh, there you are, Brenda, on Periscope. Hello to you. Who else is there on Periscope that wants to make themselves known to us? Please just drop us a message there, chat wise, and I'll see it. But I'm wondering at the moment, actually, if, yeah, you see it's not working, Brenda. I can see already that the chat, unfortunately, is only working on the screen if you're going to type something on YouTube, possibly Facebook as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for the ongoing hearts on Periscope. I know that's happening because we're monitoring closely everything that's going on over here to my side. That's why I keep looking over there. And I'm going to have to do that definitely through this broadcast. At least the chat's working and appearing on Periscope. A couple of days ago, or 3 days ago, we had a situation where people were joining on Periscope and they were typing messages, but they just weren't appearing anywhere, including on the Periscope platform. Very unusual that, but there we go. Oh no, says Brenda. Oh yes, says Martin Shine. That's me, of course. And you can also follow me on Facebook if you're on Periscope. Anyway, just go to martinshine.com on any browser / and then type the platform that you want to find me on. YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. We're also on mixer.com as well. You can find us there. Twitch.tv. It's probably easier if I just tell you where we aren't. But maybe not. Anyhow, how's things been going with you guys and girls? That is the question. That is the very big question. I've, well, not been broadcasting. Sometimes we broadcast between these broadcasts, but I haven't been. I've been very busy, and I can tell you one piece of information I need to just sort of impart and share, because I have been recently telling you how everything's going with the technical side of things. And this little project I've been working on, it reached pretty much completion when it comes to research today. It's just perfectly working. Thank you for the heart. I see those hearts. If you want to make hearts appear on your Periscope screens, and you know, if you're watching on that platform, just gently press the screen around about there. There's a delay here. I don't know what it is. It's most concerning, but I'm seeing a delay on this. Usually in front of me there is no delay. Brenda's very eager for everyone to join in whatever she's talking about. And is it questions you're asking, or you're telling me something? Hi Brenda. Oh, it's Mary of London. Apologies, Mary. Oh dear, again, trying to do two things at once at the moment. As I've mentioned recently, there's a lot going on in the, well, little bubble that's the life of Martin Shine. And so I'm reading things and having to read them twice, and if I don't read them twice, I see there that it says on the screen, hi Brenda. So for a moment I thought it was sort of Brenda saying hi, it's Brenda. Anyway, Mary, welcome, thank you for joining me. And lime green, nice colour, is Brenda. Did you have an awesome day, productive? And well, as I was saying, Brenda, just now, it absolutely has been. It has been very, very productive, because we reached the conclusive part pretty much of the product that I've been sort of trying to knit together, literally, with the technical know-how that we have here at Sunshine Productions, and of course Encore Media, who I've been working closely with. Those of you regular followers and have been watching for quite a while will know exactly who I'm talking about, the brains behind that business, which is a computer and IT sort of specialist person. A one-man band at the moment, but really if he sorted things out, I wish he would, like in terms of scaling the business, it would be huge, because the brains behind encoremedia.co.uk never fail when it comes to trying to solve a problem if you're trying to fiddle with computers and that sort of stuff. So basically what we have, I will go into it specifically, I'll show you the actual item in due course. I haven't got anything. The only thing I can show you again is the box. We showed you this recently, the Raspberry Pi. There you are. You're not familiar with these sorts of Raspberry Pis? No, you're only the type that you stuff in your mouth. That Raspberry Pi 4 is a computer, as you can see, and it really is pretty much the size of a cigarette packet, but it's loaded with some familiar features such as 4 USB connectors. It has a USB-C connector, which is for power, then a couple of HDMI connectors for external monitors, and you can put a webcam on it and a video monitor screen as well, a mini one. What else has it got that I've missed out? Oh, a LAN connector if you want to plug in your internet. It's also got Wi-Fi, but we're using it to produce using a new piece of software. Well, it's not so new, my discovery of it is new, and it's a piece of software that you put on there and you can knit together, you can bond is the technical term, 2 internet connections, and it's great if you're mobile, and that means that your picture will be far more stable if you're out there. There are devices that you can buy, expensive ones. That's the point. You can buy them. They're expensive at the moment, $1,000 plus. But this is going to be a fraction of the cost, and you can use it for anything. That's the great thing. While you can use the internet connection for live streaming, any device that you want to connect to the internet and can connect to the internet, you can also connect just your computer to it. And if you're doing downloads and uploads and you want a bit of something more reliable, you've got it, you know. So more about that soon. Anyway, we'll let that just put it to rest for the moment. The old technical talk. Who's there on Periscope? There we've got NZ Connor. Hello, NZ Connor. Don't forget to follow. That's what you've got to do if you're on any platform, and subscribe. But if you're on particularly Periscope again, bottom corner of the screen, 3 dots, press those, you can follow me. Then you'll receive a notification, particularly if you're watching the replay. In which case, if you want to be notified when we go live so you can join in the chat and watch live, then follow, please do. And follow on Twitter as well. They're the 2 platforms you really should follow on. The crazy thing about Periscope is, while it's kind of the equivalent of Twitter Live, you know, akin to Facebook and Facebook Live, if you follow on one platform, on Periscope for example, you're not following on Twitter. You have to do that separately and vice versa. Oh, so confusing, isn't it? What's been going on there, says Brenda. Matthew Calkin, says Brenda Tupper. Yes, indeed, Matthew Calkin, he is there for sure on Periscope. Plug your headphones in. You've lost me there, Matthew. Why do you say that? It's really funny you should mention that, because I broke my where is it? The regular sort of, what's the name? Not Fontopia, is it? Something like that. Those headphones where they don't have a band over your head, but the ones you have with most cell phones, mobile phones such as iPhones, Samsung Galaxies and other Android devices. Well, for that matter, Google Pixel, Android. I sat on my headphone socket today. What happened was the headphones were plugged in to, if I can, where are we? Ah, that's better. There we are. My headphones were plugged into the mobile digital device. Such a delay in front of me that as I'm doing that, it looks to me, your brain says it's not doing it. So move it again, and you move it, and then you've moved it out of the way. Anyway, on this device here, of course, we still have on this one, and you can see the headphone socket there. And of course, I plugged my headphones in. I put that in my back pocket, and I was talking to someone at length, and I was so into the conversation, I sat down. And when I did, I was talking at the time, and I carried on talking with them. Well, I thought I was talking with them, but something happened. I sat on the headphone connector and carried on talking, and after another sort of 30 seconds I realised it was quiet at the other end of the telephone, and I was like, are you there? And there was nothing. And then I went to take my telephone out of my pocket, and I just saw the headphone plug bent, and I knew what had happened. I kind of have tried to bend it back into position to make sure it works sort of temporarily, and it does, but only on one headphone. And so yeah, a new pair of headphones I have to purchase ASAP now. Brilliant. What's all this going on here? Tasty, eh? What's tasty? Hi, gorgeous. Matthew, yes, right. Plug your... What was it? I wonder how they came up with the name Raspberry Pi. Yes, I'm not sure, Brenda. Maybe we could... If you research it, Google. Get onto your favourite search engine. Yahoo, Google. You'll probably find the answer there. I was researching it recently, and I don't seem to recall that the particular reasoning for the name was covered in what I was reading anyway. But check it out. I'm sure there's an answer there somewhere because it's such a popular device. I saw Elliot on the first broadcast tonight. He's now missing in action. Did you? Explain more. He went live. Elliot in Wisconsin went live on Periscope. Are you serious? Did he? Are you sure? But I spoke to him today. Interesting. With your new device, Matthew says, plug your headphone. Which new device? Oh, what? No, hang on. Matthew, what device are we talking about? And why plug the headphones in? You've confused me. Are you talking about the device to the side of me, which is new, which is for monitoring? Well, one of that I'm using it for at the moment. One use is for monitoring Periscope, and then there's the other device, which was the Raspberry Pi. But unfortunately, that's over on the other side of this place, and I had to show you the box. Otherwise, if the box wasn't here, we wouldn't have seen anything. And going to slide over with Mary. Ooh, Mary. Yes, there you are. You have company now. And any moment now, Brenda's going to be chatting away there and making sure that her words appear on your screen. And the great thing about, I tell you this, guys and girls, one great thing about having the chat on the screen, okay, apart from the obvious reason that we did it in the first place, is so that if someone's typing me something from a platform, but you're on another platform, then you can still see what they're typing. One great thing is that I am often, when the broadcast starts, you know, we've got the countdown clock, and you don't need to be leaving that on the recording, yeah, on the on-demand video, the replay. So once it's finished this live broadcast, I will head over to YouTube and I will trim the video on YouTube. The problem with that is that if you trim a live video on YouTube, the original chat session, which is accompanying the video, it sits next to it in a chat box. You probably, well, you are aware, obviously, if you're on there, Mary at the moment and Brenda, certainly, and everyone else, go check it out if you're not familiar. And so where all the comments and chat is, that disappears if you trim the video. It has to disappear because when you trim the video, everything becomes out of sync. You know, if the video now starts a minute later, then any of the chat, it probably would be, well, in the wrong place and not synced up. So the great thing is though, when I trim the video, the chat box disappears, but the chat is still there. It's still over there. Where is it? There, that's it. There, just there. Okay, Brenda's taking her time to get over there to YouTube and type something. Oh, you're just listening for once, Brenda. Is that what it is? I wonder. I'm running away to work, says Matthew Culkin. Have a great day, Matthew. Of course, it's Thursday where Matthew is. I almost said it was Wednesday because it's the 16th of October 2019 here where I am in the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland. Matthew's 180 degrees sort of in an upside down world there. Down under. Well, debatably he'd say that it's us that's down under, although we're in the Northern Hemisphere, and technically, you know, it's, when was the last time you saw the map drawn the other way up? Probably in Australia somewhere, or New Zealand. Bye, Matthew, says Brenda. Hi, Matthew, says Brenda. I think she said hi first, Matthew. So there you go. I'm doing what you do, which is read everything backwards there in Australia. So hopefully it made more sense to you than it did to me and anyone else watching right now in this part of the planet. Right. Take care. Patty in Wisconsin has... Oh, she's just joined. I wonder how long before Patty's going to be on the move. Oh, yeah. By the way, guys and girls, let's see, I've had to hold that there longer because there's a good 2 seconds delay on this device. Totally unexplained. I don't really want to know why. I could stop it, but then to do that, I'd have to stop the broadcast going to mixer.com. Very bizarre stuff happening. That is so good. I put some extra sugar in there. Not on purpose. So there we go. And you might be able to see. No, before it all spills, you can't see, can you? You're not going to be able to see. But somewhere there, I wonder if we could do it like that. Look. Oh yeah, there's a big delay, as I said. So that's crazy. There you are. Can you see that? No. There you go. That's my bubbly hot chocolate. Ah, there we are. Just got it. As I say, I have to move this a little bit at a time because of the well, what I was just saying. There's a delay. So if I move that camera like I've done, it's still moving now. Because of the delay. No, don't. My head's chopped off now. Right, that'll do you. It's got to be better, isn't it? Sort of. Right. It was so cold here today. 50 Fahrenheit and windy. Such a cool fall day, says Brenda. Right. Well, Brenda, 50 is a big number to me. I know it's Fahrenheit you're talking, which is that's something like, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. You're not going to believe this, Brenda. But are you sure it was 50 and not a little bit warmer? I think it was a bit warmer. I think, Brenda, it was actually 52. Because if you check out your scales, yeah, and your temperature device, thermometer, 11 degrees Celsius centigrade is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. I guarantee you that. All my money that's in my hand right now is on that. There you go. Right. Okay. Yes. No. Absolutely. Though. Yes. I'm betting every cell, so every skin cell there in the palm of my hand that I was correct. Brr, what? Says Brenda. Wowzers. Okay, guys and girls, what's next? I'll tell you what is next. Along with that hot chocolate. Was that enough? Anyone going to guess what's about to become visible before it's invisible again because I stuff it? What are we talking about? We are talking biscuits and cookies, yeah. And let's see, I'm back, says Patty B. Hello, Patty B. Welcome back. Then that's good. Right. No guesses. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. The delay here in front of me is supposed to be, because I'm in the same room on this computer, which is broadcasting as always, and it's instantaneous usually. You know, what happens on this camera here, I see it instantly here, and to my side, I'm monitoring back what you're seeing on Periscope or Facebook, and that's delayed, of course, but not in front of me. But goodness me, I wouldn't be surprised if you're seeing it twice as much delayed. Snacks, yeah, but which snacks? Oh dear, Brenda, look, I was hoping for something better than that as an answer. But there you are. It's the Fruit Shortcakes by Tower Gate. Yes, not the original McVitie's ones, but they're the same. They are. There you go. With yeah, I know, Brenda. Before you tell me, yeah, they're not real flies, but I have to say it's going to be a real challenge for me to sink teeth into those flies and that particular candy cookie thing that you bought from, what was it, Coons Candy in Ohio, something like that. I was going to send a picture to you, to show you the picture. I did it a little bit more healthy today because I had salad and chicken. Yeah, just a couple of pieces of chicken, which were southern fried chicken. Very nice, very nice. But loads of salad. And with the salad, I also had some Kalamata olives that I bought separately. And they're kind of expensive, olives in general, but particularly the Kalamata ones, which I have to say, they're probably they're my favourite ones when it comes to the darker black olives. Green olives, the big queen olives, they're lovely as well, particularly with the pimento in them. But Kalamata, they were usually, what was the price on them? £3 sterling, which these days is something like, what would that have been? About $3.80 at the moment, US, 3.80, which actually is still a very good price because they'll probably be a bit higher the price of them in the United States of America, where I've seen them in the grocery stores and supermarkets. Anyway, I was reading something at the same time, which, oh, that's why I said anyone. The dead ant ones, that's why. Oh dear, got caught out there. Can't multitask at this hour. So yes, anyway, as I was saying, the olives were reduced in price to £1.50, which is about, well, it's half price. So instead of $3.80, it was about $1.90, and they were delish, very nice. Olives, yum. I love the olives that have a chunk of garlic. Yeah, do you know, I was about to add and caveat, the ones I'm not so keen on are the ones with the garlic, and the anchovies not so bad actually, but when they stuff anything inside an olive, it's usually good. But yeah, no chocolate, thank you very much, I hasten to add. But the red pimento pepper, that's great stuff. And the ones that I had today, the Kalamata ones, they also had a kick to them, a bit of chili or something, only slightly, and they were, as I say, very, very moreish. And the trouble is, the more you eat olives, the more you eat. And the more you eat, and that's because obviously they're very salty. So you want more, and then before you know it, very, very, very quickly, you need a drink. Yeah. Right, what's going on there on Periscope? Not a lot. Periscope, what's going on with you guys and girls when it comes to watching live, huh? Facebook very quiet at the moment, but I've got a feeling I know why. But hey, between everything and all of us, it's going okay. At exactly 18 minutes to the hour of, well, midnight local time, BST. Those sound to, what's that? What sounds good to? What are we talking about there now? Probably the Kalamata olives, and that's what Brenda means. Wowzers. Brenda, I'm trying to keep up with all this at the moment, you know, everything, the processing information. Don't think I'm doing too bad under the circumstances. Loads of information to be processing at the moment. Of course, tomorrow's a great day. It's Thursday, which means I'll be out and about, travelling on a train, and then another train, and then one more train. And then there'll be a bit of a break before I travel on another train, and then another train, and there might be a break. Otherwise, I'm just going to travel on the final train, and that'll be it. But yeah, another very busy Thursday. My stomach is what? Are you allergic to garlic patty? I've got to be careful when I read all this, because now I'm thinking if Brenda wants to know, it's not pate, but patty. Yeah. But again, it's late, so I've got to double check what's being typed. Otherwise, it's going to be very confusing. Do you like pate, Patty? We'll find out in a moment, I'm sure. Drum roll there, moment, definitely. Mary, you're being very quiet. Have you fallen asleep? I'm waiting for her to type, yes, I have. Yes. Oh dear, crazy stuff. Excellent, excellent. We are standing by for the awesome answer that is, yes, Mary here, and I have fallen asleep, so I just thought I'd let you know. Great. Oh, anyway, how's your week been going overall, everyone? Has it been okay? Is it already starting to take its toll and, you know, sort of just ensure that you've got to work hard to keep your sanity? Or is it just a bit relaxed, laid back? Maybe you're off work at the moment. Notice that I straight away alluded to the fact that it must be work, indirectly suggesting the fact that it's work that causes you the aggravation usually. But of course, for a lot of people, it is just work and a job that you have to do to pay the bills. But for some people, they're lucky enough to be working at, well, a job, a role that they really enjoy and have job satisfaction from it. Often because those people are actually self-employed and doing what they want to do. Yes, Mary, where are they? No pate for Patty. Now I'm confused. Because, of course, when you put the apostrophe there, it means you've missed out a letter. So what could that actually be? Oh, hang on, we've got a long message coming in now from Brenda and Patty's got another one there. All is okay. Last day for students today. Teacher meetings tomorrow and Friday. Today was tough. Customers annoying. Yeah, I know customers are annoying unless I'm the customer. Unless you're the customer. You know, we always say it when we're actually working with clients and customers, often in the service industry. I would suggest more often than not, people moan about the customers. But, you know, the crazy thing is that all of us at some point are customers, even those that work with customers and attend to customers and often moan about other customers because, well, I get that. It's the same as if you're in a restaurant, isn't it, really? The waiter, waitress, they often must go to a restaurant themselves. I wonder how they treat their waiter and waitress, yet knowing what it's like to do the job. Yeah? Patty, annoying customers are the worst. Yes, they are, absolutely. Yeah, they are. And it's not difficult to be a decent customer as well. And just remember, everyone, if you're a customer somewhere, which we are always at some point in our life, often as adults anyway, you know, weekly, if not more often. Well, if you're a customer, you know, we're very quick to complain and tell everyone what we want, what we expect. But what's great is, particularly if you have made a complaint, is to make sure you also highlight something good, because the food might have tasted nasty and you might be really upset, But it doesn't hurt to sort of caveat whatever it is you're moaning about by saying, look, it's unfortunate because, you know, the food was really nasty what I ate, and I thank you for giving my money back. I expected it back, and blah, blah, blah. And however frustrated and upset you are, if it is a decent looking restaurant, you can say to them, it's a real shame because it looked decent, and it's a shame that the food isn't as good as the decor, you know? And don't forget, if you have a bad experience at a restaurant, you should never really judge until you've been there at least twice, because you might be there on a day when the main chef cook couldn't make it into work for whatever reason. That's just one example. Or they might be there and they've suddenly cut their finger or something, yeah? So there's an emergency and they're shipped off to, well, the hospital if not an ambulance being called. That sort of thing. So just remember that somewhere along the line, everyone is fallible, yeah? So at some point, someone's going to have a bad experience at the restaurant. And if you're that person, just remember to go back there another time, another day, and give them another chance. Not immediately, but just, you know, before you start really slating them. And you might even want to ask the manager, is there any particular reason why the food was bad? You know, is it the regular cook, chef that's there today? Just saying. Because, you know, the food, even if the food was good, think about it like this. If the food was good, you're going to expect it to be good the next time. But again, 2 meals never going to be the same exactly. You know, a bit too much salt on one, or a bit, well, it might be perfect pepper on there, for example, amount. But next time you go there, might just not enough or too much. So you know what I mean, everyone, and I think I've made the point, and hopefully you do agree with me on that one. I have to work, and my son's tomorrow night going to shop for new socks, fluffy ones for these cold nights. My feet get cold. Have you got a hairdryer, Brenda? Any ideas on that one? You treat people as I want to be treated, says Brenda. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so we all should. This is it. Sales job, yes. A bit easier without students, Patty. Yes. Haha, I get cold feet. Roo. Is that kangaroo, Patty? Goodness me. And I'm the one that's supposed to be tired here. More tired than particularly you, Patty, because you're 6 hours behind, so it's a bit earlier for you. 10 minutes to midnight here local time, 10 minutes to 6 p.m. in the state of Wisconsin, United States of America, as I try to stop my eye from not so much itching but irritating. There was something there apart from my finger. Right, two, says Patty. She gets cold feet as well. Got that. Hair dryer. Yeah, of course. Why not, Brenda? You know, I mean, it's the backup plan, yeah? Just YouTube letters are tiny. Well, yes, I guess they are. I mean, don't forget about Tiny. I used to tell everyone that was the name of my lizard friend. And they used to ask me why. And I used to tell them, my friend, the lizard, is called Tiny because he's minute. Tumbleweed time, I know. Don't tell me. Yes, indeed. Right. Again, I'm looking over here at Periscope, trying to work out if a message was sent recently or not, because they don't tell you what time it was sent. See, that's why if the Periscope was working on here, then I would know, because if it appears here, it's timestamps when the message was sent. Brenda is almost wanting to go to the bathroom and peeing herself because of the joke, I think it was. That's why. Excellent. I turned up the brightness on the phone. Yes, I get that. I get that, Patty, definitely. I mean, here, the brightness turned up. Brightness is always turned up on my devices, particularly when we're broadcasting, because if I didn't turn up, the brightness wouldn't work, wouldn't that? No. Oh, that type of... So you mean as in the intensity, the light intensity brightness, as opposed to the brightness that is you, me, them, everybody. What was that, the Blues Brothers? I think so. Wow, that takes me back. That film, goodness me. Remember that? Right. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Hearts on Periscope. Love it too. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube if you're watching there and you're new. And if you're watching on Facebook, youtube.com/Martin Shine live. Jeff said to say hi to you. He was so busy today. The other it guy, is that like an it girl, was out sick. But I think you mean IT, because you're being assumptuous that I'm going to know what you mean there. An it guy or an IT guy. Please do not assume that I'm going to get it right if I guess at this time of the 24-hour cycle, particularly when it's very, very late here. So late that I shouldn't be eating another one of these, but you know what? Suddenly another urge for another fly cookie. Yeah, biscuits with bugs in. Terrible is this camera at the moment today. You got a time machine, Patty? Wow, it's incredible. Patty claims to have the world's first time machine. Why didn't you tell me that, Patty, earlier on, when we were late with this broadcast by 11 minutes? If I knew you had a time machine, we could have used that and headed back to ensure that we were on time for this broadcast. But apparently, Patty is heading back nearly, well, what is it, 79 years? Max. Is that right, Patty? 70 to 79 years and you're heading back to the 1940s. Wowzers. Yeah. How different the United States of America and the rest of the world was back then. Hi, Brenda. I like it a lot, says Patty B. Right. Excellent. So she's got a new iPhone. Is it the iPhone? Is it an iPhone 10? I know they're still selling, even though they're older models, they're still selling iPhone 7s and 8s here. They will until obviously the stock runs out from the various mobile phone providers. Good, buddy. I'm trying to decide whether to go for to iPhone. Yeah, well, the thing about iPhone is you're committed to the price for a start. You know, if you're going Android, you've got loads to choose from, different telephones, depending on what your budget is and things like that. But you can always buy a used iPhone as well, Brenda. Maybe if you've got the money to lay out in advance. I mean, you can spend, say, what, $225 on an iPhone 6, for example. They're still very good. The one that I showed you earlier on is an iPhone 6. I love it because it's the last one they made to have a analog 3.5mm jack socket for your headphones. After that, you can obviously put regular headphones into an iPhone 7 and 8, 9 and 10, but you need an adapter if you're not going to use the headphones that Apple supply with the cell phone telephone. I know, don't even go there, Patty. I really would have seriously looked at iPhone 11 because I do need to buy another couple of iPhones actually for our new setup when it comes to live streaming. We can get away with using an iPhone 5, but we need at least a couple of 6s. But the 11, of course, it's a no-brainer, particularly for yours truly, Mr. Number 11. But it doesn't have 5G. And that's the crazy thing. They just launched a brand new product, has iPhone and Apple. More to the point, Apple, the iPhone 11. But it's not 5G. So you're going to have to wait another 2 years until that contract expires before you can then buy another one and get out of that. You can upgrade, I suppose. They do let you do that. So say you've had your telephone for 6 months, but you want to upgrade your minutes. They let you upgrade in that respect, but not the hardware. You know, you couldn't do that until, as I say, the 2 years are up here and you've paid for your iPhone and those 24 months usage on the network. So it won't be until the following iPhone comes out that you can use it on 5G. And of course, they've started to build the 5G network now. Here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, it's becoming quite popular to have 5G. Very fast it is, but you know, 4G for me is pretty fast. But if you use the device that we have just put together here, and I will be sharing with you soon, well, your 4G, if you have 2 SIM cards or more, and this is really for semi-professionals and professional live streamers and internet users, then, well, you don't need your 5G. It might even be cheaper, ironically, having 2 4G SIM cards. In fact, at the moment here, two 4G SIM cards can be as little as about about £55 sterling a month. So that is, trying to do my calculations very fast, probably about 65-70 US dollars a month for two SIM cards. 5G, what does that do? It's just faster, Patty. Like 4G is faster than 3G. And yeah, it's really not essential, but yeah, it's crazy the speeds that you get out of 5G if you have a decent signal. But for a long time, a lot of people won't, particularly in the small towns across the United States of America, you're just not going to be able to pick up a 5G signal anytime soon. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, the iPhone 11 is probably okay for 2 years because it won't be, well, in 2 years' time, when that reaches the end of its contract, the iPhone 11, only then will you locally have a really decent 5G signal, you know, when you're travelling around, if you're outside of the city and you're in a town and another town, you get me. So, yeah. I have my old SIM card from my iPhone 7. Yes, I get that there, Patty, but I'm not sure what you're referring to there. All I'm saying is if you've got two SIM cards and they are currently in contract, you can use the data from both of those. That's what this device is. We've been talking about bonding recently, if you remember, and aggregating the two signals, putting them into this one little device so that if you're driving along, you know how your signal does fluctuate up and down and it pixelates as well. You've seen me out and about when I've been broadcasting. Well, instead of just immediately pixelating, because there's two SIM cards at least, maybe 3 or more you can have on this device. So, well, the pixelation doesn't happen so immediately so much. And of course, if one SIM card goes, even for a split second, the broadcast would it would end because you'd lose connection with the server of the streaming platform. But because there's two SIM cards, the likelihood of both of them going at the same time, which is also why it's a good idea to have one SIM card from one network provider and one from another, because often they use different antenna masts and things like that, you see. So if one goes, the other one is kind of still there, even if it's just a little bit, because the antenna's sort of somewhere slightly different and the intensity of the signal obviously is a little bit different as well. Anyway, hopefully you get all that and understand all that. Who's on Berry? Oh, Raider N. Hello, Raider N. I thought you were going to be in England sometime soon. In fact, is it next month? I could have been in Raider N all the way in New York. How did I remember that? You haven't been here for ages, but we remember Raider N because of the chat we had probably about 4 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, and you said you were travelling to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland towards the end of the year, and then it was Carola, JJ Crawl, depending on which platform she's on, different names there. She lives in Holland and she's also going to be in England very, very, very soon, and we didn't know if you two were going to be here possibly at the same time. So I am running away to work. That was Matthew Calkin. He said that ages ago, so I don't know if he's still running or if he's reached work. Depending how fast he runs, of course. I wonder if he's ever done a marathon, speaking of running. And G. Elliot, hello Elliot, man. So it's better to have 2 or 3 SIM card providers. Oh, well, yes, Elliot, if you've got a device that takes 2 SIM cards, of course it is. If you're using the internet in a professional way and you need it stable and reliable when you're outside and you're mobile, yeah, of course it is. Because if you've got one SIM card, if that goes, you know, if you're driving along the highway, you're driving along away from where the cell phone mast is, of course the signal is going to get worse. Now, sometimes you'll get worse, it'll go completely before it starts again and gets better as you're heading towards the next cell phone 3G, 4G mast. But if you've got 2 SIM cards, the likelihood of them both losing the signal at that precise moment, particularly if they're from different network providers and therefore using different masts, the likelihood is a bit less unlikely. Yeah. And of course, when they're both working at the same time, you get a nice big fat solid internet connection then as well. So the picture quality is awesome with 2 or more, certainly. The more professional devices, they use like 6 SIM cards, even 8. They're very expensive. The actual device, I said the other day, around about, I think it's at least $11,000 for one of these packs that helps you broadcast. Well, they're the type of packs that have totally replaced satellite trucks now for news gathering organisations and for companies like CNN, BBC, Sky News and TVNZ, along with ABC or AUBC in Australia. Yeah. I meant going to Scotland. It sounded like I was in Scotland Experience Radar. I'm not sure, Brenda. I don't know where Radar ends going. I can't remember. I just know Radar was heading towards the UK at the end of the year. That's great, says Elliot Man. Yes. Oh, Lucky True. Hello, Lucky True. How are you? Don't forget to press your screen if you're watching on Periscope. Just gently, and the hearts will appear. Go for it, Elliot. I dare you, Elliot. I dare you to press the screen, and before you do, say to yourself what colour you think the hearts are. I reckon they're going to be green for Elliot. Let's see what happens. In fact, I know they're going to be green for Elliot. I almost forgot there. Of course, you can tell what colour the hearts are going to be because you can see what colour your name came up as when you join Periscope often. So if Elliot taps the screen now on Periscope, could you do that please, Elliot? Come on, anytime now please, Elliot. Hurry along. Come along now. Tap the screen gently. Thank you. Yeah, well done. Thank you very much. Excellent. Elliot can see the chat. Yes, you can, Elliot, can't you? You can see the chat on Periscope and you can also see the chat here on the video. Unfortunately, Elliot, people can't see your chat because the technology has let us down again, and yeah, I'll have to relay any chat that Elliot is. So yes, Elliot's into it now. It's interesting that it's green because Elliot loves his. Well, you know, he's a vegan, and it's kind of very green. Is being a vegan when it comes, you know, green in the eating sense and healthy, and green for that matter because salad, vegan, all that. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, go. Look, Elliot can't stop now. Can't stop. In fact, if you tell Dee Dee how you do that, Elliot, she'll do it twice as fast because whereas you could technically press the screen there with up to 2 fingers at the same, or thumbs at the same time. I mean, you could use your toes, but Dee Dee with her 4 paws, goodness me. Dee Dee being Elliot's dog, of course, we can't forget. You have to send us a photo of Dee Dee sometimes, Elliot, a decent photo, and then we can stick it here on the screen. Thank you very much for those hearts, much appreciated. Right, well everyone, I didn't tell you that it's already tomorrow here. We've had so much. I don't know where the time's gone. I know we didn't start broadcasting. It seems like well, it's still gone fast, the time. We started at 22 minutes past the hour and it's now 5 minutes past the next hour, and we're going to end at 11 minutes past midnight local time, which is 6 minutes time now. Elliot, I knew a bartender named Bob Mann when I lived in Milwaukee. Any relation to you? Drum roll. Elliot Mann, did you know a Mr. Bob Mann? And that would have been Robert, I guess, technically. I assume. Don't like assuming though, but I think in that case it's safe to do that. So Elliot's about to reply. We're waiting for that reply, Elliot. Could Brenda be onto something? We're going to find out any moment now with Elliot's reply and see if indeed... was there any relation there that Brenda had bumped into? Who knows? Nobody knows. Don't forget, if you're new here, people, on the replay, please follow and then you'll receive a notification. You can join us live when we're here next. Again, I'm not sure tomorrow daytime if I'll be broadcasting. Might do. We'll see. I'll try to bring some pickies and something back with me. If I don't... I just saw what happened on Periscope there. Shocking. The graphics suddenly had a green glitch. I think that was Elliot and your green hearts. That's if I didn't have this device next to me and I was only relying on the chat here on the screen to see it all, and it was working properly because Periscope was actually included there with all the other chat on Facebook and YouTube, then I wouldn't have this device and I wouldn't have seen that error, that little glitch. But hey, technology is full of glitches. Rax here, __ 55. Thanks, Elliot, for the continued hearts there on Periscope. Again, just to wind things down, everyone. Follow if you're watching on Periscope. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. And also don't forget to join the page and follow if you're on Facebook and Mixer and Twitch. Follow. Share it out as well, all this stuff as well, please do. Don't forget, if you want to win the Apple Eye Sponge, which I quickly remind people of here. I know, sorry guys and girls, it's getting on now, isn't it, this competition? Goodness me. Mary's fallen asleep. She's probably dreaming about multiple sponges, you know, dancing instead of the the sheep. But yes, it's an Apple eye sponge, and you can dab your eyes, you can dab anything. If you want to win the Apple eye sponge or a couple of these, yeah, headphone splitters. I won't be needing one anytime soon because I pretty much split my headphones, let alone yeah, the socket, broke it. There you are, an Ice Lolly Popsicle headphone splitter there. You might be able to see on the end there, you can just see where the hole is. You shove the headphones in there and the other end goes into your device, along with the Cactus one as well, where the plug to stick into your device is just underneath the pot there. You pull the pot off and the 3.5mm jack is there. And then on top, you can just about make out that there are two holes there at the top of the Cactus where you plug your headphones in. There we go. If you want to win those three things, all you got to do is answer the following question. Okay, I want the answer, which is similar to the example question. If you see a man with one knee on the floor, and he's down there on the floor on one knee, what would you expect his name to be, and what would it ideally be? The answer would be Neil, because he's on one knee. In the same way, use the similar logic and tell me that if you tell someone a secret, and this information that you tell them, you don't want them to let anyone else know, and it should be confidential, then what would you expect their name to be ideally? If you think you know, send me a message directly, please, on Twitter. That'll be twitter.com/Martin Shine. Who, what, where, when, how? Yes, you got it. Martin Shine on Twitter at before my name, and you'll find me there. Hopefully this time on Twitter when that appears, on Facebook as well, but certainly on Periscope and other platforms, but particularly Periscope, where there was an error a moment ago. Hopefully that error won't appear again. The green, oh, there you are. Yes, it worked perfectly that time. Excellent stuff. Right, so yeah, get over to Twitter, send me the answer to that question, and you must be following me on Twitter as well if you want to be a winner. So follow me, send me the direct message with the answer. I think Mum was a great answer. I do too, Brenda, but it wasn't the answer I'm looking for. It's a lady's name. Yeah, and it's not your doctor. Someone else asked the other day, was it Victoria's Secret? And oh, what did you say, Patty? Patty even sent us a everyone's been sending messages about it. I can't believe it, people. You're very intelligent guys and girls. So you must have an answer soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've got to really head for Z's very, 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 very soon. It is time for that for me, and I've got so much else to do though before I do head for some Z's. More emails and work, but very soon I will certainly be where it looks like Mary's already arrived at, because I think she fell asleep watching. I wonder if she's going to tell us. Oh, we've all done that before, so hopefully she will admit to that and reveal that more to the point if that was the case. Mary, you're watching this, Mary, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure you'll be watching this, Mary, the replay that you didn't see, yeah, because you fell asleep. Happened to the best of us. Yeah, you've got to keep off the sherry, people, particularly at this hour. Otherwise, you never make it through without falling asleep with your digital device in front of you when you're laying there trying to just relax and you had a long day. Anyway, keep well, everyone. And Brenda, thanks for watching. Elliot, Matthew Kelkin, who's already dashed to work. I think he's still running, though, and on his way there. And let us use green. Bob Mann, didn't know him. He was a bobber. You didn't know Bob Mann. I'm glad I saw that. Otherwise, I'd have forgotten that Brenda asked that ages ago, Elliot. So there you are. That's your answer there, Brenda. It's no relation of Elliot Mann's, is Bob Mann. Have a good night. Thank you, says Elliot Mann. I thank you too. Goodbye to Dee Dee. Have fun in the beautiful city of London. I will, absolutely. Oh, yeah, definitely. I will. And watch this space for more information. Whatever that means, right. Thanks for the hearts, Elliot, and thanks once again. Say goodbye, finally. Oh, you've done that already. That's good. Everyone say goodbye there on the favourite platforms before the chat disappears off the screen, because I know you like chatting to one another and sending, because once the broadcast ends, that's it. It's 11 minutes past midnight, everyone. Local time, it's the 17th of October, 2019. We've been broadcasting since yesterday. What a marathon. Thanks, Elliot, says Brenda. As you can see there, Elliot, and the chat is now finished, which, that wasn't planned, but it doesn't matter. That's still me. It's still correct as I disappear. I thank you, and I will be back soon. This has been martinshine.com, and you know where to find me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now. I said goodbye for now. You're still hanging around. It's late. Let's press the right button. Bye bye now.